Doug Mystic Eye here, just getting ready to do our third and possibly fourth turn of Zombicide. Now, the status is right now we got our all our four characters, Elsa, Doug, Derek, and Raoul in the same room. Raoul has been injured and dropped a frying pan, and we are being beset upon by two toxic zombies, and I'll zero in on those and let you see what they look like. The miniatures in this are actually pretty exceptional. I know it's kind of hard to tell on the video, but they are very, very good. Especially the hero characters. They really do look very much like the heroes that are on the card, as you can see. Anyway, very good stuff. So, just getting started, we're going to head on to our next turn. First, we'll review what the status of the characters is, and I'm going to clear those noise markers off the board, and we'll move on to turn number 3. Here's Elsa. She's still doing great. She has her fire axe and Moss shotgun, two of the better weapons that we have so far in the game. She's going to have to trade off that fire axe at some point to someone more needy of using it. I'm not sure who that's going to be yet. That could be Doug here, who's still just wielding a crowbar as his only weapon at this point in time. And see, and he has an ability called matching set. So, for instance, if he gets a gun or some kind of Uzi or something that shows the matching set symbol, similar to you'll see this symbol on Derek's pistol right there. So with that little symbol with the two guns means that it can be used dual weapons with a matching pair. We might give that to Doug. And then we have Raoul, who is injured but did collect the first experience token. Now I am going to do a correction, and I'll show you what that is. And before we start our first turn, I want to make sure I get to that, so I explain to you how I corrected something from our last session where I missed a whole zombie that was out in the street with the players. You can see this zombie here, if I can get it to focus, was out in the street, and I totally missed him. So what we had to do, I was trying to figure out the best way to correct this, and to be honest, just for the sake of this playthrough, I am going to have to do a little cheating. Derek, when he went through to the room, had action left over. So if he started his action by taking a shot with his pistol and killing the zombie, I rolled the die. He did succeed, so he killed the zombie before moving in there. Now that's a little bit of cheating because Elsa would have had to go before Derek, and she was also in the street. But to do that, it would have had to take too much shuffling. So that will solve our problem, and hopefully I won't make that mistake twice. So okay, now we can officially start with turn. First thing you have to do in a turn is decide who's going first, because then it goes in order for the players in a clockwise order. So I think that we're going to remove the first player token from Doug. We're actually going to give it to Elsa again, because Elsa's got Ma's shotgun. And if we come over here to the board, why that's important is right in front of the players through that open doorway are two toxic zombies. If we end up in hand-to-hand combat with them, they end up spraying acid blood, which does a point of damage to our characters. Now you know that normally our normal characters, not zombivores, but our normal characters can only take 2 points of damage before they're dead. So that's pretty risky business there. Now Elsa, she does have this gas mask and can step into the room with her Moss shotgun and attack with a melee attack as well. But why bother, since she does have the shotgun and it only requires a 3 and rolls 2 dice as opposed to 1 for the blade. We're just going to do it that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our dice, and for Elsa's first action of the turn, we're going to attack these two toxic zombies and see how she does. Well, she rolled a, if I can find them on my camera, she rolled a 4 and a 2. So she does need a 3 plus to get that. So she killed with her first action she was able to kill one of the toxic zombies there. And let's see if we can get that to focus. You can see that that character right there, pretty cool. And then we'll roll again for her next action. Sorry if you can hear my kid laughing uproariously. He's playing a game upstairs with the headphones on, so I'm sure he can't tell that he's laughing louder than everybody in the neighborhood. Okay, so next she's going to take another shot for her second action, and in that she rolled 2 6s. Well, that would be awesome. She didn't need it, but she did do it. So that does remove this second toxic zombie. And then we'll move on to Derek's turn. Derek has an assault rifle and a pistol. So for his first action, what he's going to do, since all the players are in the room, he is going to trade his pistol with Doug. And what that's going to do for Doug is allow him to automatically gain a second pistol, which I will update his character card with. Oh, and before we do that, just to be clear, I do need to update Elsa's experience. She will have 4 experience points at that point, and I'll do that off camera. But for now, I'm going to go get Doug another pistol, and then in that time during his trade, he can also shuffle his gear around and put it in the right place. So I'll be right back. What we have here is, so we have equipped Doug with his matched set of pistols right now, and normally you'd say maybe you should save that for a better weapon, but he's also got this laser pointer, which allows him to add 1 dice roll to pistols. So what that means is now instead of rolling 2 dice with his dual firing pistols, he's going to be rolling 4, and that's the way it says +1 dice roll. Period. It doesn't say with 1. It says combines. So I am going to take it that. Oh wait, I take it back. Laser pointers per weapon. So for his first roll, we'll roll 2 dice. So he'll get a total of 3 when he's shooting at zombies with his pistols. That's pretty effective. Now, the pistols aren't the best. They only do 1 point of damage, and they have a hit chance of 4, but that's still not too bad. So that was actually Derek's first action, as he gave up that weapon. Now, what he's going to do next is he's going to search, and we'll see what he comes up with. So, in his search card, he is going to get a scope. Now, that's not going to help him right now, so he's just going to put it there. That'll help when he gets, let's see. Yeah, it has to be combined with a sniper rifle, and then it allows you to pick targets instead of automatically shooting at the targets in order of their requirement. And I'm going to show that requirement again. I know I showed it during the instructional video, but I think I'll take that out and show it to you one more time so you understand how targeting works when you're firing ranged weapons. It's the targeting priority chart when you're firing into another space with a ranged weapon. As you can see, number 1 on the targeting priority is a survivor, with the exception of the shooter. So if you're firing into a space that has a survivor in it, you will hit them first. Yeah, I know that sounds odd, but that's the way the game works. And actually, mechanically, it really keeps the game flowing well because zombies are slow, and this adds some tension when they get into your space. And then you see as you go down, the next thing you'll target is walkers, then berserker, walkers, and so on and so forth. Now, down past number 10 there's actually one more slot, 11, which are zombie dogs. They are the hardest to target. They're the fastest moving. They get 3 move actions, which could also mean they get multiple attacks and probably kill somebody in 1 shot if they're not brought down quickly. But that's the targeting priority chart. I just wanted you to see that before we move on to do some additional turns. And next we'll finish with the last action for Derek. Here's the yellow guy here, and he is going to continue and move up into the space. So we're going to grab Derek, and we're going to move him 1 location up. Now, I'm going to count these. I know it's 1 big room, but there are actually 4 spaces there. So he moves first into here, and that's going to end his action, which will take us on then to good old Doug here. Now, Doug is going to, he is simply going to move, and we're going to take him. This is Doug here, the blue figure, just in case you missed it. That's Senior Doug. Pretty cool looking guy. We're going to move 1 to there as his first action. We're going to move 2. We'll move him there to that action because there is a token there. Now, he doesn't have a ton of experience. He only has 1. So, however, if any of these guys right now, except for Derek, get that objective token, it's going to put this up into the yellow zone, which will make things a little tougher. So I think Doug will end there and search so that he doesn't draw zombies out of that room yet, because I think we're going to get Derek into that room and pick up that objective token. Now he could open the door, but since Elsa's already gone and fired the best weapon that we have so far, and Derek's already moved, then there's no sense in doing that. We might as well keep the zombies at bay one turn longer, because we do not know how many zombies are in these rooms right here. So again, for his next action, he is going to search. We're going to pick up one of the search cards, which is going to be a rifle. Man, we are getting so lucky. Unfortunately, we only have one reserve space for that. So you know what I'm going to do with Doug is I'm not even going to pick that up. I'm going to drop that right there. He didn't even pick it up, because what's going to happen is when we come along, I think Raul is going to pick that up and take the scope from Derek. Now, I don't know, man. It's interesting because Derek has a range of a +1 range, and the rifle that we just dropped has a range of 1 to 3. Now, 1 to 3 means you cannot fire in the same space you're in. You have to fire it into an adjacent space. So when you see a 0 to 2 or something like that, like the pistol has, or 0 to 1, then you can fire in your own space with the pistol, but you can't do that with these longer range weapons like the rifle here. But you can see the rifle's pretty good. Rolls 1 die, does 3+, only does 1 damage, but with that scope attached to it, this scope here, we will be able to pick our targets, and that's really good. So again, Raul only has a baseball bat so far. He's the one that's the least best armed, and with his webbing ability, he'll be able to use that item from no matter where it is in his inventory. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to so that was basically Doug's last action. So the next thing we're going to do is actually do Raul's movement. Raul is in this space here. He is the green figure there. He's going to first, he's going to first exchange items with Derek and take the scope. So we have removed that from Derek and we've added it to Raul. And then for his second action, he's still got a couple spots open. I think he's going to search first. And in that search, he got a useless bag of rice. He'll add it to his inventory. We never know when something will come useful and he needs a spot to drop, or who knows. And then what we're going to do from there is we're going to move him up into the space with Derek. And that is actually, amazingly, going to be the end of our third turn. So we got some things to do now. I'm going to move on and get ready to do our zombie spawns, and I'll be right back. Okay, now actually I wanted to get the cards out just because from holding the camera it's a little easier to do. But we're going to first move our zombies. So we'll start here, and this one actually is going to move toward the source of noise. Now, I didn't put noise tokens out because not a whole lot happened. We know everybody is, and everybody's in the same area. So this is going to move him up 1. Now, for the sake of the game, I probably should do that, but put the noise tokens out anyway. But we'll leave it at that for now, just to freeze and play. Now we got to move over here. This wonderful lady here will have to move as well. There she is, and she's going to move out into the street right here, shuffling her way. This lovely couple that died shopping in the mall is going to move into the next room. This one has an objective token in it still, but that's it. So now here, this is actually going to be the first time we spawn a zombie there. That's pretty cool, but we're going to come back to that in a second. And then we have to do the movements right here. We got this guy here. He's going to move 1 up further, trying to get to the noise. So he is now right there. And then we're going to take these two lovely zombies and move them into the next space up there as they try and make their way closer to the noise. Now we will spawn our zombies that we have on the board. Coming back up here, we do have 1 walker that needs to go there. This lovely lady will appear. Here we have a kind of a bad situation. We get a fatty that appears there. Fatties are, let's see if fatties are this guy here, pretty nasty, big ugly guy. And when they appear, they automatically come with 2 friends. So that gives them 2 more walkers. This makes them particularly deadly. So as you can see, this spawn point here is filling up rather quickly. Now this one here just gets 1 walker, so we're okay there. Not too bad, just 1 little dude. And then down over here we get 1 more walker. And this spot over here we don't have to deal with first. So knowing that we're just getting some walkers up there, because look, we got several piling up, not going to be too bad for us. And that ends the zombie turn for turn 3. Alright, on to turn 4 for our players. Now we still have Elsa show. I still have the first player marker on Elsa, but I do believe that we're going to change that again back over to Doug, because Doug is actually in a room right next to the zombies or next to the room that we'll have to open to get to the objective. So if he starts first, we'll be able to spawn zombies there, and he'll be able to see what's there before everybody else has to react. So again, I'm going to take the first player token from her, move it over to Doug here, and then we're going to open up that room. We kept our first player turn with Elsa. The reason being is that Elsa is the only one that has an item currently equipped that can open a door. In fact, she is the item because she has that break-in ability. So what we're going to do is make her go first. Now this means that she's still back in this room back here. So we're going to have to move her for her first action into there, for her second action into there, and for her third action she's going to open this door. Mall doors act like regular doors. They need to be opened in the same fashion. So that's the way it goes. Now, this is kind of a bad scenario here, because as you can see, there we have spawned not only a toxic zombie, but a toxic runner. So we definitely need to kill that guy. Toxic runners move 2 spaces, move and act in 2 actions. So typically, if they're 1 space away and you let them move, they're going to kill or attack and wound a survivor. And in the case of a toxic one, they also spray, so they could kill somebody in 1 turn. We've got to kill him before he moves into the room with us, and I'm going to put him in there right now. Here's our toxic walker. He is huddling down in the room and about to eating on something, probably some candy bars with meat in them, I don't know. And then he will charge into this room and attack if we're not careful. So after Elsa, we're going to have Derek go. Now Derek is back here, but Derek does have an assault rifle. So for his first action, he's simply going to move up here into this room. Now he's debating on whether or not we're going to trade eventually with... actually, yeah, I think we're going to do that first. We're going to trade the scope to... No, that's not right. He already has the scope. So basically, we are going to move up here first, and we're going to use our assault rifle to take out this walker here. Again, the assault rifle has a range of 1 to 2, but of course, Derek's special ability is a +1 range. It rolls 3 dice and needs a 4, so I'm going to grab those dice, and we're going to get rolling. Okay, everybody, here's the dice roll for his assault rifle. Let's get that going. We got... Okay, we got 1 6. Whew, that's made me nervous there. Again, walkers only take 1, or runners only take 1 hit as well, same as walkers do. So we're going to take that guy out in 1 shot, and that is going to give Derek 1 experience points, which I am moving off camera. So he actually got his very first experience point. That is the first. Oh wait, no, because of the correction we made, he will have 2 experience points. But we have cleared that room already, not so bad. But that took all of his actions. So the only one left to go this turn is Doug is next. He's up here. Now he's got some guns. I guess it doesn't matter. Whoever picks up that objective token at this point is going to put us into the yellow zone, which is unfortunate. Perhaps we will come over here and open up this room first with him, because that's also where the door to the outside is, and stave off a yellow spawn for 1 more turn. So why don't we do that? So we're going to take Doug here. He's going to move over as his first action. Now he, again, not doing too well at this. We got to switch some stuff around. Because he's got his dual pistols, he can't actually open that door. So let's take that back. He might as well go in. Man, this is a real pill of a scenario, because I don't want to get us going too fast. He does have he's got 1 more slot in his reserve for his inventory. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to start with a search, and we got a glass bottle. Now you think, what the heck, what's a glass bottle going to do for us? Well, if we get lucky enough and we find some gasoline or something like that, we can actually make a Molotov cocktail. which is a hugely effective weapon, especially when zombies are all gathered together, because you can kill everything in a space, no matter what it is or how tough it is. So that was Doug's first action, was to search. I think his second action then will go, might as well bite the bullet, go into this room and pick up this objective token. Heck, it could be, but it's not, another survivor. It's not. So, but that said, we do give Doug another load of experience, five to be exact, so we're going to do that. Lucky there. Doug has exactly 1 experience point, so he is now at 6, and that means that he is going to not go up a level. Now that's kind of a shame, because it would give him an extra action, but at this point it's not that relevant. The extra action isn't going to help us too much. And now we can get on to Raoul moving into the other room and still not being able to open that door, but he can do another search, and he's still got some spaces left. So we're going to take care of that right now. Now I got to put that glass bottle back behind his pistols. I just only had one hand, so I didn't do it yet. Here we are with Raoul. He's going to move into this room. He is going to pick up the rifle here, if I can grab the card off the table, and then he's going to put that in his items here. Now I'm just going to lay it on top right now. And he's got the baseball bat and the assault rifle. Nice thing about that is he gets to combine this scope with the rifle and now has a pretty darn good weapon, especially considering that he's wounded and needs to stay at range. So that's a good place for him to be, and that will end our player actions. Now we'll move on to zombie actions, movement, and spawning. Making sure we're playing accurately. I did put out the noise markers for the characters before I started the zombie movement. Not that it's going to matter much. They don't really have, the zombies don't have a direct line to the characters, so they are going to move probably close, head toward that door, since it's now the closest noise spot of entrance for the zombies once that door is open. So now we'll get on to zombie movement. Well, right here, he is the first one to move. We're going to take him. We're going to move him over next to this pimpmobile on the way down the door. He hears some rattling in that building. He's heading toward it. We also have this beautiful young lady here. She is going to move to this location here, because she was actually in this space. She's going to move to this location here. This zombie will move here. Those two really can't go anywhere. They are not going to move. And that one's going to move there as well. They're right in front of that door. It's starting to pile up because that's where all the noise is coming from. Now, moving up here, we got these two who are going to move out into the street and join this third one. And you're starting to be able to see how quickly things can get out of control for our players. We also have this fellow up here who's going to move one here, and then we have the fatty with his 2 guys who are going to move to this spot here. Not too bad. And then we have one lovely little dead lady right here, so you can see, pretty nice, and she's going to move into the space with this police car, and I'm going to pan just a little bit as slowly as I can to show you the route that's heading toward our players. Now we'll do the zombie spawn. Thank God we didn't move up into the yellow segment of our danger track, or threat track. So this actually is going to spawn with just one zombie walker, toxic zombie walker, right here. And that's not too bad. He's a little far away, so we'll probably be able to get him. Also here, we did get yet another toxic walker. As you can see by the green bordered cards and the toxic symbol on top of the zombie, that shows us what we're getting. And even worse yet, we spawned a zombie dog right there. Luckily it's only one. I mean, look at that, orange level one, 6 zombie dogs. But one is bad enough for now, and that is where that one's going to go. And then here we spawn just a regular, dirty, old, grubby walker, which is fine. And that's going to end turn 2 and this session. So as you can see, our players are moving into this area. They're going to have to move into that room and open the door, where they will be greeted by a massive amount of, well, not massive amount, actually gets worse when you see hundreds on the board, a fair amount of zombies to contend with more coming. This zombie dog up here is actually going to be able to move 3 spaces, so 5C up to 2M and right over to there in one action. So that's pretty bad. We got to get that dog quickly. That will end our session for today. Just a quick reminder of what the state of the characters. We're going to come over here. Elsa's doing great. She's got a few experience points going on. She's got Ma's shotgun, and a gas mask. We're probably going to have to give up that fire axe and give it to someone useful, probably Derek at some point, so that Derek can open doors as well. We got good old Doug here. He's got his dual pistols and his laser pointer on one of the pistols, which is giving him 3 dice to roll. That's pretty good. If he finds a better matching pair of weapons, like submachine guns or something, he'll do that and then put the laser pointer on one of those. We got Derek down here still with just his assault rifle right now, but you know, he's doing pretty good. He's been able to get some experience points, not very many. Good, because we don't want to go into the yellow section yet. And then last but not least, we got Rawl, who, while wounded, has gathered a rifle and scope as well as a baseball bat to wield. And because of his webbing ability, even though he's wounded, he can still use both of them because every slot he has is open as if it was in his hands. So that is where we're going to end for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you later.